This is the weekly watch of August 7th, 2013. I'm your host, Darkly10000, and with me, as always, is Truman
Right here.
and Nathan.
Hello.
And what did we watch this week, guys?
This week we watched Tetsuan Birdy Decode, and I have things to say about it.
You have things to say about Birdy?
Yeah. I'm just gonna start off with you led me wrong. I feel betrayed by your recommendation for this one.
I didn't recommend it. I just said what it was told to me, as I heard.
And I feel betrayed by that.
Okay, I don't really... Fine.
So,
What was the show about?
Nate, you want to handle this?
Alright. So, Birdie is like a space police woman. And she chases some aliens that have a really destructive weapon to Earth. And she accidentally kills a human. And she absorbs his conscience. And so, about them trying to stop this super weapon from going off.
While sharing the same body.
Well, yeah, they share the same body.
And still going through normal high school.
Try and go through the normal boys' high school life while trying to figure out where this weapon is and when it's going to go off and whatnot.
Is there a place where we can get like an exact count on how many animes take place in high school? Or a school?
A good 90% of them.
But
I was going to say probably 80 to 90%.
I mean, you know the reason why, right, Jay?
No, please educate me.
I mean, is that sarcastic or I kind of if you think about it, it makes sense when you actually. It's because it's easier because at school everyone wears uniforms, which means they wear the same clothes, which means they don't have to change clothes, which means the artist can just draw them wearing the same things every single time, and for every single person, it's just easier for artists.
But they could do that in other series too, without high school.
While they do, it's more logical, I guess you could say, in high school. I mean, normal people don't wear the same outfit every single day.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have one pair of pants.
Well, I mean, pants don't count, because I only have one pair of pants, too. But then again, we're not normal people, Jay.
I am the epitome of normal.
Are you self-calling yourself a norm? Are you really norming out on us right now, Jay?
Maybe. Probably.
Alright. I'm going to start off and say my biggest problem with this show was the art. The art style.
The art style?
The animation. The animation was really subpar. Like, things just, like, they blended to, like, the art was like everything that was wrong with 90s anime, you know?
But this isn't a 90s anime.
Exactly. Like, you know how, like it's like the opposite. Remember Mysterious Girlfriend X and how, like, it was very nostalgic, like, it's very 90s style, drawing style to it, but it was really good? This is the opposite. This is, like, the really bad 90s style animation. Like, when people moved, like, you didn't see a movement, you saw, like, weird, like, here, this arm thing is moving. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But then they take shortcuts, like they just oversimplify things instead of drawing details. Like, be like, oh yeah, you know what this looks like. At one person, I saw like one of the side characters, like just background people. They were answering a phone. It was literally a person with square arms, square legs, completely two-dimensional, like flat, and a square head, and like lifting up a phone to his head. And I'm like, wow, that is cutting corners in every way possible. That's just pure laziness. The art style was just lazy. Or animation style, whatever you want to call it. And that really bugged me because I kept noticing it over and over and over.
I didn't notice that at all. Never mind.
It really bugged me. Like, it was just on my mind constantly since the first episode of this. It's like, wow, the art is, like, the animation is so bad. Like, it's just so lazy and subpar. Nate, did you notice that at all? Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
you're just. I think you're just
The problem I
crazy.
had with yeah.
Well, I'm not crazy. I'm completely sane. So
Do you have a medical? Do you
I
have a
mean,
medical doctor to prove that you're not crazy?
I am a medical doctor.
Truman, you've talked to
You
the
can't do
ocean.
self-analysis, and you've talked to the ocean.
The ocean spoke to me. It's different. I only
I'm
spoke
pretty
back a
sure
couple
that's even
times.
worse.
I only talked back a few times. All right.
Do you remember how you said that you thought that was normal?
Who doesn't talk to voices that speak to them? If someone talks to you, you say hi back,
Except for people don't hear the ocean.
or have long ramblings about the meaning of life. Doesn't matter.
Whatever. The problem I had with the art style was Birdy's uniform.
How does that thing stay on?
Exactly.
It's really weird. It's like
It like covers the fronts, and then there's like nothing on the sides at all.
that's what got me the most.
then
That's
it
what-
covers
that's
the
like,
back.
Like, really? You thought that was a good idea? It specifically doesn't cover the sides, which is just really, really weird and
It's-
nonsensical.
It's battle armor.
That covers almost nothing. It covers the minimal amount to get away with censorship laws. That's what it does.
Force fields. Science-y force
I
fields.
think they actually use the term for just force fields to.
I don't know.
They use they said like, oh, I think it was brought up one time when one person was like, your bionic field can't stop this from hurting you. I think that was the only time they brought up brought something like that up.
That was my big problem with the show, is they didn't explain anything at all.
He's just like future stuff.
Yeah, like they had an episode where they go to the alien civilization, and instead of it like talking about how they're technologically advanced or anything, nope, terrorist attack.
And then there's some like segregation thing or something.
What segregation thing is that?
There was like some race thing with the terrorists.
No, there's two factions in space. There's the Federation and then the Union.
Yeah, that's what I got. And
Oh.
then the dog people were just like this crazy terrorist group.
Yeah.
They just happened to be all dog people because that's easier than making multiple alien races.
Well, no, one of them was the undercover cop guy.
Oh yeah, except for him. Except the one non-dog person was actually an undercover cop. I forgot.
Yeah.
Man,
And that brings
how
me
did
to
they
the
let
second
that guy
problem.
slip in?
That guy, that guy's representative. The second problem I have with the show is they have like 5 or 6 characters that they introduce and then they do nothing with.
Maybe they're in the second one.
That's true. It does go on. Okay, you know what bugged me also, and like this is one of those times like that usually this really bugged me. And usually I'm okay with the cop out, but in this story it really bugged me because it actually seemed like it was going to end like on a really like a solid note, like a solid tragic note. With unless you know that it's continuing, which I guess then it wouldn't work. But with when the main character died at the end, I'm like, wow, that's pretty deep. Like that was a pretty emotional moment. And then like next scene, he's back, and it's just like, all right, no consequences. I'm like, wow, wonderful.
Well, come on. It's
and
like
then they're even
then
and then they're even like, oh, and you know that love interest? Not only is she moving away, but she also has amnesia. Boom! No consequences. It's like they removed any consequence of any decision anyone made during the thing.
Okay.
well, the dude lost his body again.
But he didn't have one in the first place. Basically, you could have gone from episode 2 to episode 13 and have missed nothing.
Kind of, yeah. Okay, my new thoughts on the show is that it's teaching us that nothing matters.
Like, it's just really like it's something that happens, but it's a sign of just I don't know, like a really weak story. If nothing matters at the end of your story, it was a really weak story.
Yeah.
So that was my thoughts on it.
If nothing.
If
Okay.
nothing that happened in the story matters at the end, then what was the point of the story?
All right. I get it now.
So, does anyone have anything good to say about it? Actually,
Um,
Well, I
I
thought the action scenes were okay.
Actually, I will give it that. The action scenes seem to flow pretty well, and I'm not sure if that's because the animation style was so bad that the people naturally looked like blobs, so flowing was easier for them. But the scenes seem to flow pretty well. I will give it that.
The only problem is there was only like 4 or 5 parts that there was action.
Really, I thought there was action in almost everything.
Mm,
it's like there was usually some small action every episode.
Yeah, there's usually at least something.
Because all I can remember are the 3 fights at the beginning, the marionette scene, and then the scene at the end.
No, there were a bunch of fights all over, like little small scale fights, but still, I thought they still all the little fights were, you know.
So, it's like, why does she spark every time she walks? Is that just the thing?
Yeah, that goes into my explanation. That was in my, like, what's the explanation for this power? Oh my god.
It's just like,
so much.
Is it to make it look more flashy? Than it
I think it's just to make it more future flashy.
Future Flash?
Yeah. I don't know. It seemed weird, and then like they never like explained what her power was. Like, is she just strong? Are all the space aliens strong? Is she special? Why does her fist glow? It's like
That's it's the suit.
Okay, but is it like technology based or is it like psychic power?
It's the suit.
That's what I wanted to know.
And is it the suit or is it her? Because remember how she was saying how weak Earthlings are? Is she any different? Because they don't really explain anything, and she looks humanoid, like all good guy aliens. Like, you can always tell who's the most good guy alien by who looks the most human.
It's the suit.
It's the suit. Are you sure though? Because she specifically says how weak the humans are compared to her and the other Altarians.
I'm just saying things.
You see what I'm saying? So if it is the suit,
no wait, it's not the suit. It's not the suit because there's that time when she fights in the guy's body.
That's true.
Well,
but it's not actually the guy's body. It's still her body that still looks like him.
How does she shapeshift?
I don't know.
Just right now I realized they never like explain how she's shapeshifting.
Yeah, if she only took the consciousness.
That was the first.
If she only took the consciousness, how does she shape? She shouldn't have to shapeshift.
Can all Altarians shapeshift? Here's more good. Like I just need to know something about the Altarians. It's just wow. The more we talk about it, the more I see the flaw. Like the cracked picture is just shattering right now.
Like Nathan said, they don't tell us anything.
Yeah, I made some notes about like things I wanted to talk about, and one of them was that the episode where they go to space, they should have just done like a backstory on Birdy and like how she does this stuff instead of this stupid like 1 episode terrorist plot.
Oh, isn't she called like the Destroyer or something?
Birdy the Berserker Killer.
The Berserker Killer.
Which they kind of explain in literally one shot where you see her standing amongst like 3 bodies, and that's it. That's all it's ever brought up. That's all the explanation you get. Literally one frame.
It's not mysterious enough for me to continue.
So, yeah, this is definitely one we're gonna not watch the second season of. I in no way, there's nothing about it that makes me want to watch more.
So, anything else you want to bring up, Nathan?
I want to reinforce the point that they brought up a bunch of people that they didn't use, like even her Birdy's human alter ego, Evita Shion or whatever it was. She was only there for the first like 3 episodes before Tutor was killed, and then she never comes up again.
She came up when Birdy wanted to go out. That one time.
Yeah, twice. There was twice.
Twice?
Yeah, remember when she saved the teacher and the girl?
Right, right.
Mm,
Yep, she turned into a Rita
wait,
Shio.
like
I'm probably I
when she saved them, like you mean in the like marionette fight thing?
Yes. So,
She
well,
didn't. No, she wasn't Arita Shiaman. She was Birdie.
yeah. So it only
was
came
she?
up once.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was Birdie because
Nathan's right. I'm the
Oh,
judge, judge, jury, and executioner.
I remember the girl that she saved was like, hey, that's the girl from the back,
yeah. Oh, yep.
and
No,
it
you're right.
wasn't Arita Shion in the back. It was Birdie. So
Yep. No. Yep. You got a point
the
there.
only other time she comes up is with Senkawa's sister.
Yeah, with the sister. The sister who is that the only time the sister's in the show?
Yes.
She's there like twice.
So she's introduced and then in that one scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
But once again, another character that they don't use.
Yeah, and the whole plot with the male teacher is really it's like there and they keep bringing it up, but it doesn't go anywhere. I just wanted to mention that. Like it has nothing to really to do. It's like, hey, here's something that's happening that's not really related. It's like related in only the most like minuscule way. It's like, hey, they happen to know this guy who's doing things that don't matter.
Exactly. It's the point of the whole show. Nothing changes and nothing matters.
People do things, sort of, with no real effect.
Also, aliens.
Aliens. It's like probably one of the things I don't like about this series is just the aliens.
I did think
Also-
I did think M Night Shyamalan was a really weird character. Actually, I want to bring up how weird I thought his character was.
What?
Yeah, the bad guy.
M Night
Shyamalan.
was it? It's definitely supposed to be M Night Shyamalan, right?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a famous some guy who controls the media. I don't know. I just assumed it was M Night Shyamalan.
Last time I checked, M. Night Shyamalan doesn't control the media.
Yes, that's true.
He's basically the butt of every media joke.
That is a fact.
Oh, God. M. Night Shyamalan, media master.
Maybe that's why he's a media master, because he's the butt of every joke, so everyone knows about him.
Oh, my God. Conspiracies.
Boom.
Mind blown. So, let's move into favorite characters, I guess.
Wow, this will be difficult.
When you start.
Nate, you go first.
Okay, fine. My favorite character was Tsuta.
Who? Who was
I
that?
kind of saw that coming. I was gonna guess.
Wait, who was that?
The Guardian.
The first
The
one?
blue thing.
The thing that died at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that died in the third episode.
Which also, I just want to say, I saw that coming because literally before every fight, like the signal to beginning a fight was his body getting blown up, and then like every single fight was he gets blown up, and I'm like you know, if I was him after getting blown up that many times, I'd be a little bit more cautious, you know.
No, he's a police officer thing. Cop.
He just keeps, but it's not like he's like oh stop there. He's just like casually talking to Birdy, and then his body blows up. He's like blown away by a laser beam, and that happens like 3 or 4 times, and then he gets killed in the exact same way. He's just sitting there casually talking to Birdy, and then gets blown up. And then she's like, says like, no, how could this happen? It's like it's already happened like 4 times. He just got lucky the other 4 times.
But yeah, he was my favorite because he did what he was supposed to do.
Die?
Well, he was supposed to make the connection between Birdie and Senkawa, and then yeah, die and get out of the way.
So, you liked it for his plot relevance.
Yep, Also, I just thought of another thing that the show needed to explain. In the fight that he dies, there's like an explosion that wrecks half the wall of their like stadium pool thing. What did the school do about that?
Um,
Did it shut down?
they painted
Because
over.
No,
they
they
were
were.
going back to school.
They painted over it.
There's an explosion on the school ground, and then there's no mention of it ever again.
Yeah.
Alien
There's
magic.
There's a lot of plot holes and just poor execution, bad art animation. Yeah.
Did that give you enough time to think of a character, Truman?
No, I think I'm gonna go with the female love interest, the Nakasugi Sayaka. Uh, mainly because like she actually like it wasn't just a oh look the main character did it, like she actually like basically did stop the person, and she kind of like did everything. The main character, the main dude was kind of just there and like kissed her that one time, but like she did everything. She like stopped the alien and like broke down the alien's like ghost body and then like stopped it again, and she's like, hey, guess what, come and kiss me, come and get some. And then he kissed her and then she fainted. Like she pretty much did everything. He was kind of just there. So I'm gonna go with her.
Okay. I'm gonna go with, what's the dude? The reporter guy. The reporter guy who was mostly useless.
Who was completely useless. Who had no point.
You know, he was trying to get a story. And it's hard work to live like that.
Muroto Senpai.
What?
His name's Muroto Senpai, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's just
Yeah, Moroto. Nathan, senpai isn't a name. Don't be ridiculous.
Come on, Nate.
That's what they. Okay, yeah, it's the honorific. I'm sorry, but that's what all of them called him.
It's like, Nathan, you disappoint me.
You didn't even remember his name, Jay.
That's better than thinking senpai's a name. Or part of a name.
All right.
But he's a freelance journalist. That's all I got. I didn't really
So
like...
why is that appealing to you?
I don't know. Something about just freelance. I do what I want.
Okay.
Final scores. I'll give this one a 5 out of 10. Because it does provide at least entertaining background noise.
All right. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Like, originally it was gonna be a 3, but I don't know. I'll say it redeemed itself to the point where I only didn't like it.
Wait. Before Nathan gives his score, what about my description was wrong?
What description of what?
The description of space police gender bending stuff.
I mean, it wasn't wrong, but it wasn't good. That's the problem.
I didn't say it was good.
Like good space police gender bending, that could be interesting. But this was poor space police gender bending. Like there's
It
no
wasn't
strong.
even gender bending.
Like you did no. Yeah.
It was gender swapping, but not gender bending.
That is a gender
Swapping-
bending.
Swapping means like it's swapped. They were like just going back, flipping back and forth. That's bending.
No.
Well, Nathan might not
I
know the
consider
term
bending.
gender bending.
Well, then what would you consider gender bending?
Going from one to the other, like, I don't know. Have you seen the Futurama episode where Bender becomes a wrestler?
A wrestler?
Yeah,
You mean a
he's the
woman?
gender bender.
Oh, isn't that just a
And that,
pun on his name?
yeah, but he like wears a tutu and like wears a wig. So like cross gendering or
That's just
That's
cross
cross-dressing.
dressing.
cross-dressing.
That's cross-dressing. That has its own term.
Yeah, but I consider that a part of gender bending.
But
I consider gender bending flipping back and forth between genders,
that is the official anime
a
definition.
rapid flip, like not just a one, like a swap is one thing where it's just like, someone wakes up and like, holy shit, I have boobs and a vagina. That's a swap. But if you're just going back and forth, that few times a day, that's bending.
The classic one is Ramen One Half, where it's like the main character gets splashed with hot water, turns into a girl, splashed with cold water, turns into a guy again. That's the
Is that
classic one.
is that really the plot of that show?
Well, it went on for like 600 chapters or something.
Yeah, because I've downloaded like 300, like 100 episodes or something of it.
It's mostly a comedy gag thing.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of it.
Oh joy.
Okay.
And so Nathan, what is your final
Yeah.
score?
My final score is a 4 out of 10 because they don't explain a goddamn thing, and that annoyed the crap out of me.
Was it frustrating? Even
So
if
frustrating.
it's like you would have just liked even just throwaway lines, wouldn't you?
I would throw away lines.
Just like
What?
throwaway lines, just like a one-off line about something.
Oh, I don't understand what you're trying to say, Jay.
You would have liked a bit of explanation, no matter how small it is.
Okay, you're saying so. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Like with Ungo, it was bad enough to where I didn't care about explanation. This one, it wasn't the same formula every single episode, so I want some explanation as to what's happening.
Okay.
So, all right, we have our scores, and they're all poor.
Well, mine's middle of the road.
I mean, I guess, but
It's entertaining if you glance at it from, like, while doing other things. Just like, ah, 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 ah.
why are you flinching when watching this show? Or are you just sitting there flinching?
What? No, I'm saying, like, it's fine as, like, background stuff, where it's like you're just sitting there, something that's like, whoa, something shiny. Whoa, something shiny. Whoa, something shiny.
Dude, you know what I want to do? I want to go to like a legit like good sushi place and see what good sushi tastes like. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong time.
Mm,
But-
yeah, I mean,
But yes.
we should probably stick with what we're doing.
Okay, sorry, I just kind of zoned out.
How did you just bounce off onto sushi?
I'm also on Reddit right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You fucker. That's unprofessional.
What unprofessional? Of course it's unprofessional. We're not professionals.
But you're not even trying to be professional.
But I didn't like this show.
Yes, we got that. We heard. That's why we're moving on to the weekly watch. Starting
Wait.
with
Are we gonna talk about what we are gonna watch next time?
no. Starting with Inu.
Oh God.
So
Why do we have to start with Inu? I
because
hate Inu.
because we want to start
Would you
really
rather
depressed. We want to start really depressed and raise our spirits as we start talking about everything else. Because Inu is the bottom.
Inu is the bottom. Inu is just, it's so bad. I mean, it's to the point where I think it might not be so bad if I could marathon it and get it over with. But, like, it's just like every 4 or 5 days, like, Nate'll just be like, new episode of Inu's out. And it's just like, oh no. It's like something I just dread.
So, the last 2 episodes were the first one where it's the end of the little sister that we didn't get to talk about last week because Truman's a lazy bum.
I've caught up now. I'm all good.
So let's start with that. The little sister.
Okay. That was fucking... That was awful. It was so bad. It was... God, I might start crying. It was so awful. She pulls out a what's it called? A swordfish knife that turns into a chainsaw that turns into a cannon.
Okay, it is supposed to be
Yep.
it's supposed to be some super high end knife, which I'm like, okay, turns into a chainsaw. All right, I get that. That's fucking stupid and weird, but at least it makes sense. Then it turned into a bazooka. Nothing makes sense
It was
anymore.
And all of
it was just so
wait, there's one more thing, and all of that is defeated by a magical pair of scissors.
Oh god damn it!
it's just so bad. And I think what bugs me the most is like normally like the show it kind of just it seems like they're trying to go for like an animated sketch show, you know, where like things are happening and it relies off like the like two man comedy routine, but it's just like where's the straight man during that? Like it loses so much when you have
The
when
straight
only
man's the
one
dog. He
I
was
know,
all
but
like,
only one person can hear the straight man. A straight man is
That
completely
two
ineffective.
two people.
Oh,
can
I
hear.
forgot. Yeah, the masochist other person
who was behind
for
it all.
who for I just want to add for no reason
There was a reason.
Yeah.
for
For no reason.
for absolutely no reason can she understand what he says.
Oh
Like
yeah, I forgot about that.
the main character, okay, that or the main female, okay, makes sense why she can understand. Oh, his own sister can't understand. Okay, the random person that can understand him. It's like okay, cool. So now there's just nothing. There's no reason for anything anymore. So yeah, that bugged me.
And then there was the episode yesterday about the bookstore.
Oh yeah, with the friggin' lolly dragging him around, and then oh my god, and the blonde chick. I fucking hate the blonde chick. I hate, I hate the voice actress. Whoever that voice actress is, I hope she's being forced to do this. Like, I hope she's like someone's threatening her family to have her make that voice.
Shining.
Yeah, it's just so annoying. Like I've heard some annoying ass voices. That I think takes the cake.
That takes the cake for you.
I think it does. It's so annoying.
It's like it saddens me that it's like also every time I start it up, it's the one show that doesn't load fast enough for me to skip the opening, and it's the one show I hate the opening for.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I didn't. Actually, I'll give it that the opening is at least upbeat. You know,
They-
I'll give it the opening isn't awful. I would say the
No,
opening.
the opening is awful. I've watched it twice, and it is awful.
I watch it every time.
I watch it every
That
time too.
dog dance.
Okay, let me explain. Let me change it. Let me change. The song isn't awful. The video is awful. The actual opening scene is horrendous. It's so bad. It's like it's awful. The song itself is pretty catchy.
Nathan, you got anything
Yeah,
to
the
say
song-
about it new?
I want to say again that every character just seems like a stereotype. 'Cause at the end of the latest episode, when the girl drops off the book at the bookstore, and not the little girl, just like a random girl with glasses, and all she does is like say how she's worthless and that she should like throw herself in the street or something.
It's just regular old super M girl.
But
That's
wasn't
not M.
it wasn't the great girl. It wasn't the M girl.
That's-
Yeah, I know.
Another-
I remember a character. The chick who just I guess it's not M technically. It's just very
Depressing.
self demeaning. Someone needs a little bit of self esteem.
Every character they introduce makes this show worse.
That is definitely true.
At some point, I feel like they have to introduce like that won't be able to happen because literally the bar will be so low, you can't go lower. Like, it'll be on
Never
the ground.
underestimate this show. That's what I've learned.
Well, trust me, it can always get worse.
Uh, can we? Let's move on to Wadaboat, I guess.
Okay, let's move on to Watamote. Um, I just watched it. What was it about?
It
It
was
was.
about characters.
Oh yeah, she
You're
tried to do the silent person and then tried to be charismatic. Okay, so actually, they missed out one scene that was supposed to be this one, I think, but they skipped it. They like skipped over the chapter, which is like after she pours the honey. Remember in the manga, she poured the honey, fell on herself, and she was covered in ants. Or she covered in honey, which thus means she became covered in ants and stuff. And because of that, people talked to her, and so she was really happy that people talked to her. But in this one, but really, she was just covered in honey and bugs, and it was freaky. Uh,
It's like, well, that's because it didn't fit in with the theme of this episode. Because they're
I
definitely
think
choosing like major themes when they go between the episodes.
that's true. I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, you got a point. No, it worked really well what they did, which is they did basically the two her doing the I'm gonna try being expressionless
And
or
cool.
emotionless, yeah, emotionless and cool, and then and then her trying to be, I guess, emotion full,
Full.
and then her trying to be a bar girl, which which was just funny.
And
I just
it's like when she was
Oh,
taking those pictures.
yeah
Truman,
yeah.
you're wrong about the honey thing. That's not what happens in the manga. In
Oh,
the
am I
manga,
not?
she tries to open a can of soda, and it splashes on her.
Oh, was that it? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was
I'm
right
looking
now
at
with
it
the
right
honey.
now.
I thought it was right now with the
No, I'm
honey.
looking at it right now. It's in chapter 11.
Gotcha. All right.
Jeez,
Well,
Nathan, you found that quick.
yeah, he really did. God damn.
Yeah, because I thought he was wrong, and I was right.
Nathan will
You're
go to
wrong,
anyone to
Truman.
prove me wrong. um,
You're just being wrong all over the place today.
where else was I wrong?
Sometime earlier this court recording, I'm definitely sure. I'm
About
not.
Arita Shion.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
It was about Arita Shion, yeah.
and Nathan
yeah. I
corrected
was.
you then too.
What? You're saying this like you're winning anything, Nate J.
You're Nathan's bitch.
All right, you guys got anything to add to one of you?
Um,
It is following so closely, it's like uncanny. And those pictures were ugly.
Which is great. I loved how just awful the pictures were. I like how just great. I love how great of a job they do in capturing how awfully she does everything.
no, not in the latest episode, but the one before where she goes with you to go get like panties and stuff.
Hmm.
Well, after she like wipes her forehead in class, and she's in the bathroom ripping them up. That was good. That scene was so good.
So we're
I
all
mean,
still enjoying it, right?
yeah, I am. But actually, funny thing, I think I brought this up last time, but that I've actually seen a few people say they're dropping it because they just can't take how cringy it is.
Oh,
Oh, it is so cringy. Like
It's
at times I have to pause it and like listen to a song or something because I can't take that much cringe in that short span of a time.
it really is, and I love it. I love that they're holding nothing back and making it full on cringy. They're not pulling the punches, which is great.
and so finally out of our main three, it's Uchiten.
All right, so we've all seen, which is the only show we're watching which has a I
Plot?
guess,
Or
yeah, I
not
was
a.
gonna say a plot.
It doesn't really have a plot. It's still more
Actually,
just day-to-day life.
yeah, it really is. We didn't pick anything with a real plot, did we? Huh?
Next
Yeah,
time.
But
Next time.
this one, I mean, there are things that will come up later.
Like, okay, here's what I wanted to say is, I felt like I liked the episode, But the whole like I just feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing some key fact about like the culture that I should know.
Oh,
The
people
fact
eat
that they're just saying,
Tanukis.
yeah, about the Tanukis that I feel like there's something I should just know that I don't, and it's just it like oh this will make everything seem right. But like it's so weird. Like he's just sitting there calmly. I mean, slightly worried, but for the most part calm as they talk about like the people who ate his dad are just sitting there talking about how
It's just
you
a
know
fact of life.
how they love eating tanukis and like the one person talks about like literally saving his mom and then he also ate his dad and he's just talking it's like oh yeah I love tanukis but I love eating them more and it's just like this is so weird like everything about this is just so weird and like the only character who actually also understands how weird it is the one Tengu girl who's also just kind of a
She's not
bitch.
Tengu. She's human.
No, she's a Tengu.
No,
She
I'm pretty sure
flies.
she's human.
No, she's fine. She gave up. What I've picked up is she's given up being a Tengu and she's pretending to be human. But I mean, she flies. She's a Tengu.
I've been confused about what she is. I
She
think
keeps she
I
keeps
thought
saying
she was
she's human.
human, and she learned how to fly from the Tengu guy.
No, I think
can
the
we
Tengu
do that?
I think the Tengu guy likes her because he was training her because he trains the Tengus and Tanukis and stuff, and and then she like quit. She like gave up being what I got from it is she gave up being a Tengu and basically became like just being a human. And
Where did you get that?
because like she's acting like a human. I mean, but she flew, so she is a Tengu because she
She
flew.
could. Well, we don't know how the laws of this universe work, so maybe you can be taught how to fly.
Maybe I guess I just
Because I
assumed.
feel like a Tengu would know how to fly by that age.
She doesn't fly; she jumps high.
No, she flies. Oh, maybe she doesn't take. Do you ever see her actually fly?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I assumed she was a Tengu. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I just assumed that because I saw her flying.
Mm.
So the mystery of what she is continues.
Oh, I guess that's something we should figure out. So you guys both think that she's actually human?
Yes,
Mm.
sort of. Maybe half.
Jay's on the fence about it. I'm fairly confident.
All right, let's put down our bets right now, and hope that they get answered.
No, I thought she was Tengu. My guess was on Tengu.
Nathan says human. I'm somewhere in between.
Pick a side.
No, I'm somewhere in between.
You can't be in between. Is she Tengu or is she human or is she half breed? You can guess half breed. But
That's what I'm saying. Somewhere in between.
Okay, so you're saying she's half Tengu.
Sure.
Half human.
Let's see if that works. I think I'm gonna lose this bet.
So, okay, the episode was really just very melancholy, just with him sitting there as people who ate his dad are just having a grand old time, and they know that he's a Tanuki, and they're just like ha 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 ha, and they talk about it. He
Do they
said
know who the
at one point he says, yeah, it's like they're like, are you a Tanuki? And he's like, yep, yes I am, and then he does the transfer. First I thought, oh, maybe that's just a joke. But then he started doing the transformations, and I'm like, okay, they definitely.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was a joke too, and I was watching it, and like.
No,
I
I'm
couldn't
pretty
tell
sure
who
they
does
know.
it. Okay, they know.
Yeah, I thought they knew as soon as. Actually, I was only sure that they knew when he did the transformations.
Okay.
Oh man, it's still an interesting show.
I mean, I'm still enjoying it a lot, honestly. Yeah.
So,
Oh, here's a question. So, the girl who was in the dresser, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Is that the sister of the two brothers who are dicks, who the guy used to be engaged to?
I am 90% sure.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because I forgot the name and I didn't want to look it up. So, all right.
And I wonder if we'll ever actually see her.
I mean, we're like halfway in right now, aren't we?
Pretty much.
Mm,
Yeah, we're almost half. Actually, we're a little bit under half.
a little under half.
Yeah.
So is there any other anime you want to talk about, Truman?
I caught up on Blood Lad, and I think I mentioned this in chat once. I don't remember if I mentioned it in on talking, but the fan service in Blood Lad really bugs me for some reason. And I don't know why, because I'm not usually that bothered by fan service unless it's like Quasar status. But for some reason, it just really bugs me, and I don't know. Like, maybe it's just because it's like just like blatant, in-your-face fan service, and I don't know. Something about it bugs me. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
What are you? No, I'm not gonna go for it.
So do you get what I'm saying?
No.
You don't?
No.
All right, maybe I don't know. It's just something about it bugs me. So that's that. I think it's getting pretty interesting. Although, I mean, I'm looking right now. It says it's only 10 episodes. So
How does
I'm not
it?
gonna go.
Where does it even say it's 10 episodes?
I'm on MAL right now. It says I've seen 5 out of 10.
Oh, because last week there was a knoll there about how long it was.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It says 5 out of 10.
Well then, I don't. A lot's not going to happen at this rate.
Yeah, there's not a lot gonna be happening. Yeah. Other than that, what else have I watched?
We learned a lot of interesting. We got to meet some interesting characters and learn about some interesting relationships in Service X Service, Servant X Service.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's like, didn't you see it? You get
Yeah.
to meet Hasabe's family, and you get to learn that.
Really? Did I miss one?
Yes, you get to meet her. You get to meet Hasabe's sister,
Oh. Wait, is Sasabe
the dude.
the dude, the senpai dude?
No, not the senpai. The laid-back guy who's trying to date Lucy.
Me? Really? Then I must have missed the newest
You're
episode.
you're terrible. It's like every time I want to talk about something, you actually miss that one episode.
Oh, I mean, I'm surprised because most of them is like last week. Last time I just didn't see it. This time, no, I've definitely seen episode 5. We meet his sister.
Yes. Oh
I saw it like
God.
as soon as it came out. Maybe I already forgot it. Keep talking.
My God. You get to meet his sister and realize that she likes to just play pranks and bug him. And you get to see that, what's her name? Chi. The deadpan girl. The deadpan cosplaying girl.
Yeah.
It's like you get to figure out who she's dating. Nothing's ringing a bell, is it?
Holy shit! I definitely missed this episode.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm just
really
gonna go
surprised.
cry in the corner. Nathan, you talk about something.
I'm really surprised because this is my favorite show this season. I've been following it like a hawk. I can't believe I let an episode get past me. Wow.
Nathan, talk about Monogatari.
Oh, yep. No, because definitely the last one I saw is when Hasabe escorted Lucy back
Nathan,
drunk.
stop laughing at me and just start talking about Monogatari.
Yep, I'm definitely an episode late. Wow, crap! Now I gotta watch this shit. I mean, I'm happy because I gotta watch a new episode. But damn.
Fuck you, Truman.
I mean, we can still talk about it. I just want to remind you guys, because you guys, as soon as I bring up anything anime related anymore, you guys just wait till weekly watch, wait till weekly watch. You guys know we're still allowed to talk to each other at other times, right? Do you guys understand that? Because anytime I mention anything, you guys no, wait till weekly watch. I'm like, we can still talk to each other about shit.
It's like, I just haven't been
We're
replying.
going to talk about the show we picked for weekly watch.
Yeah,
That's
but we can
what
talk
I'm
about
saying.
that when we're only halfway through it, because when at weekly watch we only talk about our end opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Nate, you already. I'm sending that link so I don't forget to send it later. Watch it later.
Is that the one I already watched?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
The story arc in Monogatari finished
Yep.
with a. It's like I actually like the ending for that story. What about you, Nathan?
I saw it coming,
Well,
but
yeah, but
it's a good way to end it because that's the way it should end.
thanks, Nathan.
You guys have some very deep conversations.
Thank you. Is there anything else you want to bring up, Truman?
Nothing except I'm just starting Serpent Deck Service episode 5. I love the opening to it. It's so
But
happy.
you fucker, we're still talking.
Yeah, but okay. Best character this season is definitely Lucy for most adorable. Lucy is definitely the most adorable character this season.
Wait, you're not gonna say Ilya's most adorable?
I would, except then there's Lucy, and I mean.
Alright, I agree with you, but also, do you know what day Fate Ilya comes out on? Because it's like, I'll be like, man, I haven't seen Fate Ilya in a while, then I realize I'm 4 episodes behind.
I don't. It's not on whatchamacallit, and since I've been a little bit busy, I mean, I had a time to catch up with, I guess, almost everything. But since Fate Ilya isn't on anime season, I just haven't caught up on it yet. Basically, I've only seen 1 episode so far. I just keep it like, yeah, fuck it, I'll marathon it later. Fuck it, I'll marathon it later. So yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing.
So you got anything else?
I don't think so. Other than, I mean, none of you guys are watching Danganronpa,
I'm
which
watching
I heard is good. I heard the anime isn't that good because I heard they're basically just reusing the cutscenes from the PSP.
They are. You can
Yeah.
tell too. It's hilarious.
Like I heard they're just straight up reusing the cutscenes straight from the PSP, and it's
I think the opening is too.
one thing that was great about Danganronpa was the music to it was awesome. I really like the music to it. So
All right. So we should wrap up. So next week, it's my choice, or it's my choice this week.
what are you picking?
All right, I am picking. I forgot the name. Someone sing a song while I look it up real quick. I don't hear music
And
or
you don't have to Oh shit! How does it start? Nate, how's the theme song for Lane start? And,
What?
For Lane, Serial Experience Lane. How did the opening song go?
And you
I
don't
don't
have to
remember.
understand.
Was it okay? Shame I thought you would. The shame I thought you were an honest man.
Found it. All right, you're done. You're done with singing. You took
All
too
right.
long. You forgot the lyrics.
Also, I only knew that one line, so that's good. I know nothing else past that.
All right, we are watching Jashiraku.
What is that?
It is a comedic slice of life that I am 90% sure is written by the guy who did Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei.
You gonna link us a page?
No.
Link us an MAL page. Come on.
Oh my god. But this is what we're watching next week. And so, that's it. That's what we're watching next week on the Weekly Watch.
You're very decisive about that. What if I don't give?
Because I have been waiting for several weeks. I'm like, oh man, it's going to be my choice. Then you're all like, oh no, I can't watch anything this... It's like, I can't watch anything this week, so we're going to have to wait another cycle.
I almost watched this on my own once, but then I didn't.
And so, I'm hoping for some good, fun times and some good comedy.
I heard this one is kind of tough to watch because it relies heavily on Japanese puns, which is
Then
something
we're going to
that's
have
gonna
fun listening to Nathan.
It's going to go so far over our heads.
We're going to have fun listening to Nathan.
Why?
Because Nathan's the least experienced. Nathan's like a level 4 warrior, while we're like level 50.
Mate, you're only level 4. Your power
Sorry, level 10.
is so
Level
small.
10. You're level 10.
What are you basing this off of?
The fact that I haven't watched as much.
My
No,
thoughts in
I
my
mean,
head.
where's he picking? He started with 4, but then he went to 10. So there's
Yeah.
some kind of like there's something that Jay's basing these levels off of.
Don't worry about it.
I am pretty worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
How did
Just
how
to let
did
you
you
know.
level up 6 times in 10 seconds?
Don't worry about it.
I'm that good, Truman.
Nathan's a pro. And by pro, I mean he's a level 10 compared to a level 50.
Yeah.
Alright. Well then, I guess that's it for the Weekly Watch this week. Tune in next week when
Oh,
we
I got
will
something
be
to say.
watching... Ah, fuck you!
Okay, so I beat Artanelico, and
I don't care!
what do you mean you don't care? Of course you care. Our listeners care. So I beat Artanelico, and the only thing I realized it really bugged me throughout the thing is so there's 2 heroines and you can pick which route to go on, and I picked one of them, and the whole time the game made it very, very obvious that it had definitely expected me to pick the other girl. Like it was like they were referencing things that were happened on the other route, and one of the important characters is someone you met on the other route, and I'm like, wow, nothing really important at all happened on the route I was on. This is awkward. And yeah. I'm done. Also, Danganronpa was really good. You guys should both play it.
Tune in next week when we're watching Josh and Raka. I'm Darkly10000 signing out. Everyone else say goodbye.
I'm not super emo like Jay, because I'm Truman. Or Zerut.
I'm hoping I'm happy next week.
What? You got depressed because I brought up something?
You interrupted me.
That's because I had something to say and you were about to cancel the recording.
Nathan, say goodbye.
Goodbye.